Black Lives Scattered by Maalik Mckenzie. You and I are not the same. You fear me because I'm in a gang. I fear you because you play with my life like it's some sort of game. For your safety, I put both hands outside my brand new coupe. For my safety is forever fuck the police, fuck 12, and fuck you. Now I'm not here to be disrespectful to your job, but I'm forced to be that guy. This is the price you pay when you allow black innocence to die. Let me help y'all understand. Hey yo, run that back. There's a kid walking home no older, maybe younger than me, and he's black. A cop pull up and tell him to stop. He think he's suspicious. That's when he lost the respect. Now this young man confused on what this cop trying to suspect. I'm just trying to go home, officer. Please just leave me alone. No, I'm not. You acting weird. Something's wrong. Now he's gonna get out the car and get strong. Stop moving. I told you you suspected. What is that in your pocket? Is that a weapon? As I get closer to you, I'm in your face and I feel threatened. I'm gonna take you to the ground so that threat is lessened. Don't you dare disrespect me, boy. You gonna learn your lesson. I'm gonna choke you out so my commands you won't question. Now you not breathing. Now you dead and I'm the reason. Y'all scream all lives matter. Are you kidding? Y'all are so privileged you ain't worried about being the cop's next victim. There's a difference between hearing and listening, and y'all been hearing all our plights, yet you refuse to listen throughout time during all our black lives. Do you think we like to get mad? We have no choice. This world's that sad. We tell you the truth while you feed us lies. You fear black power because you think it means your demise. You fear black power because you've tortured black lives. You fear black power because white power costed the lives of my people who've died. You will hear what we have to say. Take the truth on your chin, take one and run. It is only when you actively listen will we get some shit done. You need to understand, white man, y'all the ones who lit this fire, using our black bodies to fuel the pile. You need to understand black folks are so sick of being sick and tired. I got this pain in my chest, I can no longer deny it. You think black folks want to go through all this fighting? Nah, but we've been forced to fight for hundreds of years, fighting for the freedom to live alongside our peers. This is a dangerous world. We fighting for the power to change so we don't have to fear for the safety of black boys and girls. White families tell their kids to behave because they want y'all to mind your manners. Black families tell our kids to behave so we don't have to watch our babies die on camera. Honestly, I'm not sorry that I can't stand police. I'm just frustrated with them killing those who be looking like me. Judging us by our skin tones, our color confess to the crime most likely. I hate a lot of y'all, I ain't sorry. Y'all bastards are vicious. I hate being a suspect under suspicion of being suspicious. Executions in public like y'all on a mission. We keep explaining all the problems but you won't even listen. We just trying to heal the wounds that y'all inflicted. All our black lives are at risk of being affected. But you refuse to listen at risk of being offended. August 28, 1955, Emmett Till. This was the last day he was seen alive. Yes, you heard me correctly, 28, 1955. That was the day this 14-year-old black boy died. He was one of many innocent black men being killed. You realize how hard it is to lose someone during these times and have justice fulfilled? You want to know how this young brother died? 2 grown white men kidnapped him and beat him so bad he lost one of his eyes. And if that wasn't enough, they took a gun and shot him in the head. This is how that 14-year-old boy ended up dead. You know, I don't know exactly what lit this hatred like fire, but I do know before they made their escape, They wrapped his body up in barbed wire. Then they tossed him in the river. Ain't that story cold enough to make your blood shiver? This is what it's like to be black. The civil rights movement, led by Martin Luther King Jr., one of the greatest black men to ever roam the earth. He fought for equal rights and opportunities, trying to prove to the white man that black folks had worth. He was a man of peace despite the time he was in. He would rather speak wise civil words than fight back those who killed others who looked like him. 1965 made progress. Finally, we had voting rights. Do y'all even realize what we had to sacrifice? It took mothers, fathers, aunties, cousins, brothers, sisters marching peacefully, dying and being beat in the streets they were raised in just to get a say. It took live TV broadcasted all over the place for them to realize we've been struggling through all this pain. This is what it's like to be black. Throughout history, this is how it went. Only when enough people witness our pain will we come to an agreement. 1967, the world for once gained hope for a better future. Loving versus the state of Virginia. A time when interracial love was believed to be so bad that punishment was judicial. The love between a white man and a black woman, this coupling is so beautiful. Don't you see, despite the time they were in, they chose to love and share what was in their hearts, despite of the color of their skin. This moment that helped pave the way. You can love whomever you want and that's okay. We're closer to being equal, a dime a dozen. A time may come when you walk the streets without risking your life or your cousins. It's okay for us to love each other, and you don't need blood in order to be brothers. And you be a family no matter your skin color. But it's like every time hope brings a new rise, the light fades and another black life dies. 17. Trayvon Martin, a young black man, he was educated, asked the cops why you followed me, and the situation escalated. Now he's just another memory. The police fail to realize he can't get a second chance once the chamber's empty. This is what it's like to be black. Tamir writes, a 12-year-old boy. I swear to God, we've been here before. For years, the government have been holding us down and injecting the policing system as if it's some sort of cure. How dare you threaten a baby's life and I'll make sure that you were sure. 15, Jordan Edwards, shot in the back of the head. Ain't nothing you can say to make it better now. He's gone. He's dead. This is what it's like to be black. Breonna Taylor, murdered in her own home. They gonna kill us all at this rate. How many times was she shot? 1, 2, no 8. She was an EMT. If we ain't supposed to act angry, how else we supposed to be? The police been playing this game like cat and mouse. She was murdered over drugs and they got the wrong house. They do this constantly like it's some sort of game. They're out here killing real people, whole families that'll never be the same. This is what it's like to be black. Can you look me in the eyes and tell me you're okay with all that? Philando Castile, with his family, pulled over on his last ride. I bet you he didn't think that day was the day he was finna die. He told officers he had a registered gun in his glove box. That's when the cop unholstered his Glock. His trigger finger itchy, adrenaline pumping, he made the situation get hot. He said, what you doing? He said, don't move. Then he started to pop. This is why blacks don't trust the cops. If we ain't supposed to be angry, how else we supposed to be? For generations, they've been killing black young to the OGs. And I'm sitting here frustrated because I'm scared they're gonna kill my son before they kill me. They murdered this man beside his wife with his baby in the back seat. Now Sandra Bland, oh my God, here we go again. My knuckles are itchy, I wanna throw fists. Her last words were, how did a traffic stop turn into all this? This has been going on for so long, so it's the cops that we despise. White folks fail to realize that the earth they walk on is fertilized by black lives. Eric Gardner, a middle-aged brother who loved his mother, never got justice when he was stolen from her. I know this information is hard to digest, but it proves this world is darker than the system would suggest. It was July 17th, 2014, when his life was pressed for selling cigarettes. Selling cigarettes. Is that all it takes for a black man to be killed? Pantaleo, the officer, put him on his chest, wrapped his arms so tight around his neck, it made his neck compressed. Say his name, Eric Garner, the OG I Can't Breathe. He stated that 11 times before his beautiful spirit was set free. George Floyd. Now this I cannot believe. The officer puts his knee to his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, all the while telling him, I can't breathe. He even told him, you're going to kill me, long before he ceased to be. And the Minnesota coroner had the nerve to say he OD'd. Do you not remember when they tried to tell us that lie? Our government gave us that complete fabrication. Only when the Floyd family got a private autopsy report did their coroner conclude by the obvious bruises on his neck that he died from suffocation. Anyone who watched that video knows exactly how he died. As you can see, I'm 17 and I've never been shocked by how the government tries to deceive. This shit has gone so far. This is so absurd. How dare you take a father from his little girl? We need to figure this out, bro. It ain't rocket science. My people been out here dying and you complain about riots. Complete nonsense. The people will burn the city to the ground if the system refuses to stop this. Y'all want to talk about how we getting murdered? MLK wasn't enough. They still out here making martyrs. Everyone talking about what if it is and what about that? What if my people weren't born black? Maybe then they'd still be alive, and that's a fact. Why don't you take a second to learn from me? We talking about black lives, y'all screaming about all lives, man. Y'all some dummies. All lives matter. I'm calling cap on that. Where the fuck were y'all at when my people were beaten in the streets for being black? All lives matter, and that's a fact, but not all lives carry the weight of being black. Our movement is a cry for the human right to live. Well, y'all been killing us in the streets and in our homes, grown black men and women, even little kids. Now, all lives matter. This movement is solid proof that we are still oppressed. We're under attack, our lives are put to the test. Y'all keep us at our worst when we improve to be the best. So it's only ever a problem when anyone who ain't from a black family die? You think I gon' hear about a pig killing my uncle, my cousin, and I don't be down to ride? This shit been going on 400 plus years. You think I'm gonna let any new shit slide? So you think I should calm myself and not get robbed? So you think I'm gonna let you spit in my face, then shake your hand and smile? Instead of trying to make a friend of me, you wanna be my enemies. You tripping if you think you be the enemy. So you think a member in my family gets violently taken, we gonna carry on the same? So you think after all we went through, we gonna sit back and play these games? Nah, we want to shit now, boy, and we gonna make it rain. We will burn this world to the ground, boy, so you better make a change. Blue lives matter. That ain't no blue life, that's a blue suit. You can take it off anytime the situation doesn't work well for you. You see me, I'm a black life, clear as day. And it's as clear as the writing on the walls, and it's my people that I put on. All this black, beautiful black skin ain't something we get to take off. Our lives do not compare. That's what you signed up for. That's your job, that's work. Me and my people curse with pain and suffering since birth. Please tell me why your ranks safeguard those who fail to protect and serve. Explain to me, if this is the case, how I should be able to trust any more of your words. I demand you understand our fear of your commands. Now, all lives matter. Okay, let me put that to the test. All lives matter when Martin Luther King was shot through the chest. All lives matter when he was smothered in his hospital bed. All lives matter when we had no rights, right? All lives matter when you beat black lives. All lives matter when you fear for your life, so you take mine. All right, fine. All lives matter, all except mine. All lives matter when my people were beaten and battered. All lives matter when my people were shackled, their hearts and bones shattered. All lives matter when we were hung from trees. All lives matter when my people were whipped and beat. All lives matter when we cried and screamed. You want to tell me all lives matter when you plot and scheme? All lives matter, you think I'm that gullible? All lives matter when there were only white hospitals. All lives matter. Now this I gotta see. Did you know college in America used to be free? All lives matter when you force blacks to pay the fee. All lives matter, is this your master plan? All lives matter when you convinced all of America I'm 3/5 of a man. All lives matter, say it with me now. This is what you fight for, this is your battle. All lives matter when black women were raped and bred like cattle. All lives matter when you freed us from slavery. All lives matter when you built prisons to hold me. All lives matter when you formed laws to fold me. All lives matter when you gave us no jobs when we were hungry. All lives matter when we left with no way to feed our families. All lives matter when you made homeless a felony. All lives matter. Ain't that right? All lives matter when you painted Jesus and all his angels white. All lives matter is proof as blacks are still oppressed to this very day. All lives matter, is that a fact? If all lives matter, why you people killing babies simply for being black? All lives matter, what kind of shit is that? All lives matter when you terrorize Muslims for random terrorist acts. All lives matter when you heard about Muslims in Chinese concentration camps and you clapped. All lives matter, ignorance at its finest. All lives matter doesn't excuse you being racist to the Asian community during coronavirus. All lives matter. Now this I gotta see. All lives matter when Trump said Mexican immigrants are dangerous criminals, rapists, murderers, and thieves. All lives matter, but you agree. All lives matter. Is that right? All lives matter. As long as you're born white. Hey yo, this has been Black Lives Scattered by Maalik Mckenzie. Like and subscribe. Give me your feedback down below. Tell me what you thought. Tell me how this made you feel. And I hope y'all love this. Peace out.